There are very many reasons why people wear dreadlocks. In Africa, particularly Kenya, I want to talk about dreadlocks here. First of all, I'm not so sure what our grandparents were using during the pre-colonial period. Times when we didn't have the machines to shave our hair. Times when we didn't have even razor blades to shave our hair. How did these people survive? Perhaps they just left their hairs. They just left their hair to grow tall, to grow long and long and long, and they just took the life to be as normal as it looked. Now, currently there are very many reasons to why some people wear dreadlocks. Some of them say it's spiritual, they are keeping a certain culture. Some of them it's cultural. Some of them they just enjoy themselves. Some of them they associate it with the other things that might be positive or negative. Today I want to give a very neutral opinion about dreadlocks. Before I give this opinion, let me just give you a very simple story here. There is a group of people, those who are around 60s now, 50 to 60, 70 and above, perhaps 45 and above, or some leaders who are spiritually affiliated. They suspect or they tend to bring the idea that if you have dreadlocks, then most probably you are a crook, you are a thug, you do wrong things, you drink, smoke, or kill people, or steal. You are a robber in some way. The idea has been borrowed in all generations, including our policemen in Kenya. If you are in dreadlocks, you are handled like a criminal. Now today I want to speak about dreadlocks because it affects the majority of Kenyans who are youths. It's high time people accept dreadlocks. I'm not in some, but I believe for those who want to have them, they should have dreadlocks freely. Let me give you a story where some guys, they were about 4, if I don't remember, if I'm not sure of, but I think there were 4 guys who were riding, they were bike racing on a way, I think this along Namanga Road, that route of Kajiado in Kenya. When these people were racing, on their way back, after completing the race, they decided to go to some place in the Maasai land where there's a river, some grass, and relax. I'm not so sure what these guys were doing, but it is indicating that the story was that people approached them as if they were thugs. These guys were beaten by some people there. After being beaten, actually some of them, they died on the spot. Their motorbikes were burnt. What was the thing that caused this kind of a tragedy? These guys were on dreadlocks, long hair. Then now they are associated with bad things, robbery, thugs. These are thieves who've come to steal our cows from this region. This is a scenario that should not be seen anywhere else around in Kenya. We should have people taking dreadlocks to be a normal thing. Something that it should be embraced by every person in any generation, in any cohort of age that you fall. Now, the youth of this country want to embrace that. It is something that must be taken positive by parents across the globe, across the divide, across the ages, across the religions. If someone wants to be in dreadlocks, let him be in dreadlocks. In a scenario, for instance, our Mau people, they had dreadlocks. These guys were in the forest. They were being hunted by the colonialists, especially Dedan Kimathi. So he even couldn't have time to go and shave his hair. So as a result, you find that this guy did not get time to even shave his hair. So his hair grew, and in the last pics that we see on Dedan Kimathi, he was on dreadlocks, of course chained. But the intentions and the mission of Dedan Kimathi were very genuine, to rescue the Kenyan people, to end the period of colonialism in the country. People across all ages, all divides, either political, either your parent is spiritual, they must embrace dreadlocks and take it to be normal. What's the danger of associating it with bad things? First of all, even if someone was politely having his dreadlocks, he will reach a point and learn that, people who are in dreadlocks smoke. People who are in dreadlocks steal. Okay, then personally I can also do what? The same. But if you embrace that it's normal to have dreadlocks, someone will just grow a normal life, have his dreadlocks on, and do his thing. We need to embrace dreadlocks because it sounds African. It looks African on us. We assume that if these white people didn't come to our country, we couldn't have had this technology. Therefore, our hair could just have grown naturally. And as a result, dreadlocks now should not be taken to be a sign of bad things in the society. That is my take. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, and say if having dreadlocks in the country is something to embrace. Make sure that you give your experience if you have one, and in case there's something you need to say about dreadlocks, please make sure you comment on our comment section. Thank you so much. Till next time, make sure you keep following the videos we do here. My name is Abel Mugwa.